You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So here's the big story, making waves in rugby and league right now. Former Wallabies skipper Michael Hooper has publicly called on Rugby Australia to get Mark Nawaqanitawase back in gold for the 2027 Rugby World Cup. And honestly, it's easy to see why this has become such a talking point. Mark Nawaqanitawase, once a rising star for the Wallabies, switched codes after the 2023 Rugby World Cup and joined the NRL. Since then, he's been lighting it up with the Sydney Roosters. Just last weekend against Melbourne, he crossed the line 4 times, and that performance pushed him to the top of the NRL try-scoring charts, with 20 tries for the season. For someone who only recently made the leap to league, that's a massive achievement. He's now not just a league sensation, but also a strong contender for a Kangaroos call-up in the upcoming Ashes Test Series. But here's where things get interesting. Nawaqanitawase is off contract at the end of the 2026 season, and he's already said that timing wasn't a coincidence. The door has been deliberately left open for a possible return to rugby, just in time for the 2027 World Cup, which will be hosted on home soil. That's a tantalizing prospect for fans who still remember how explosive he was in Wallabies colours, especially at the last World Cup in France, where he was considered one of Australia's best. Hooper, speaking on Stan Sports' Inside Line, made it crystal clear. Rugby Australia should desperately be working on a strategy to get him back. His point was simple. Yes, there's already depth in the Wallabies, back 3, with players like Tom Wright, Max Jorgensen, Corey Toole, and even Joseph Suaalii in the mix, but talent like Nawaqanitawase's is rare. As Hooper put it, injuries can strike at any time, and you don't pass up on a player with that sort of raw, game-breaking ability. Now, money is where it gets tricky. Reports suggest the Roosters are ready to bump his salary up to around $700,000 a season. Compare that to Suaalii's $1.6 million rugby deal, and the looming contract upgrades for young stars like Jorgensen, and it's clear Rugby Australia can't just throw cash around. Hooper himself admitted splashing Suaalii money wouldn't be realistic. Instead, he urged Rugby Australia to be creative, maybe even encouraging Nawaqanitawase to take a stint in France or Japan, where he could earn well and still be eligible for Wallabies selection. For Hooper, it isn't just about money. It's about presenting a vision. Show Nawaqanitawase how he could be part of something special in 2027. Hooper even went as far as to call him the closest player he's seen to Israel Folau in terms of natural talent. That's high praise from someone who shared the field with both. So, while the Roosters want to lock him down long-term, and while Nawaqanitawase is understandably keeping his options open, the question now is, can Rugby Australia put together the right mix of opportunity, planning, and maybe even a bit of creativity to bring him back? Because if they can, we might just see one of the most electrifying players in the country back in a Wallabies jersey when it matters most. Stay subscribed for more videos.